This video marks the first time you will see us together as managing editors.
Although we've both been co-managers of the Journal for Undergraduate Multimedia Projects, or TheJUMP, in previous semesters.
I'm Rachel Mazique.
And I'm Meredith Coffey.
This video aims to not only showcase our work on TheJUMP's upcoming issue,
Issue 5.2,
but to also showcase TheJUMP itself and the work of its many contributors over the years.
both student contributions and contributions from our editorial collective.
Of course, we will also give you a sneak preview of some of our upcoming projects.
Stay tuned. These projects include Remix and Higher Education, The Rhetoric of Memes, and English is for Squares, Thomas Was Alone as a Classroom Text. All of these projects speak to a critical pedagogy, critical in many senses. They speak to the critical or essential work that we as instructors do. The projects are also critical in that they do the work of critique and demonstrate students' abilities as critical thinkers. Further, the work is critical in that it criticizes institutional impediments to learning, such as barriers to Creative Commons, resistance to collaborative work, and even resistance to video gaming in the classroom. Finally, the issue functions as a contribution to critical and digital pedagogy as a discipline. Moreover, and increasingly, TheJUMP student authors illustrate new media literacies including performance, appropriation, judgment, collective intelligence, transmedia navigation, networking, negotiation, and play. That is, the capacity to experiment as a form of problem solving. The collaborative and connective nature of TheJUMP occurs not only digitally, within the cybersphere, but geographically as well. Our connections span across the country and even internationally. Our collaborative network has expanded greatly over the years, but it all began with our editorial collective. TheJUMP's founding editor, Justin Hodgson, earned his PhD at Clemson and, with support from his cohort there, went on to establish TheJUMP here at the University of Texas at Austin. Although Justin is now at Indiana University, the co-managing editors have all been based at UT. And, as the map shows, our network spans widely across the country. Thanks to the help of this growing network, the upcoming issue of TheJUMP is due for publication on May 28th. It bears the exciting and multifaceted title, Critical Pedagogy and New Media Literacies. But we also wanted to take this opportunity to compose a remix as a way of furthering our argument about the critical work that TheJUMP creates and circulates. Keep an eye out for sneak previews of our soon-to-be published projects. Now, without further ado, here is our JUMP promo.
TheJUMP bridges the gap between the classroom and the online scholarly publishing world. It nests additional learning opportunities in the work students are already doing in the class. TheJUMP tries to change the relationship between students and scholars. Often a wedge seems to exist between undergraduates and the professional academic world. The work that's done seems only practical to those who want to go on and specialize in the field. TheJUMP demonstrates that undergraduate work can contribute to academic fields, that it can find a larger audience, and that it does have value beyond what can be quantified and graded.
With this issue of TheJUMP, issue 4.1, we are launching our new site design. Additionally, we've worked to become more and more ensconced in the digital writing and research lab at the University of Texas at Austin, becoming part of their project group structure.
Hi, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Stephen.
We're the co-managing editors of this issue of TheJUMP.
Hi, I'm Meredith Coffey.
And I'm Connie Steele. We are the co-managing editors for issue 5.1 of the Journal for Undergraduate Media Projects. I'm filming here in Austin, Texas.
And today I'm filming from Miami, Florida.
I think TheJUMP is teaching us all about digital writing. Any good teacher will tell you that they learn mostly from their students, and I think we as teachers have a great opportunity to learn from the way our students are interacting with media and how they are incorporating media into their own writing practices by collating student work into a peer-reviewed journal. It gives teachers a broad sense of what constitutes multimodal writing, and I think that's extremely valuable both for the student and for the teacher.
The gameplay in Thomas Was Alone constantly exemplifies literary concepts and compels students to ask questions about life and purpose and humanity. Thomas Was Alone stands as an excellent text for teachers not simply because it illustrates literary concepts and themes, but because it does so in a way not wholly accessible through traditional classroom media.
Log of ideas, so that one idea can evolve into another. Into the unknown.
I think honestly, obviously, the more materials that you can pull from, the more creative you can be.
I don't think it affects my ability to be creative because I feel like if you really want to use something, you can find a way to make it happen, whether that's recreating it in your own words or figuring out a different way to do it. I feel like there's always a way. If there's a will, there's a way. So even though it's frustrating.
I probably shouldn't be doing this. In fact, I know I shouldn't be doing this. But this is a pretty good response, I think. This essay that the student has written for TheJUMP is an amazing electronic monument, and one that I think will certainly result in a huge awareness of the problem of texting multiple.
This is evolution. Copy, transform, and combine. And culture evolves in a similar way, but the elements aren't genes, they're memes. Ideas, behaviors, skills. Memes are copied, transformed, and combined.